Hey guys, my name is Jonathan Henderson with Pressure Washing Marketing Pros. In today's video, I want to talk about the leads are weak. Because from time to time, we'll have clients that will contact us and message us and say, Jonathan, the leads are flowing through, but we cannot land a single job. These leads may be a little weak. And you know what I want to tell those clients sometimes? I want to tell them sometimes, you're weak. Because granted, there are weak leads in any form of marketing that you're doing, whether it's on the internet, whether it's door to door, yard signs, door hangers. There's going to be weak leads in any form of marketing, right? But the thing is that my top performing clients, what they do is they have best practices that maximize their conversions with the leads that come through. And today I want to talk about what those 5 things are. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first is going to be my top performing clients answer the phone immediately. You do not know how many times we see clients, and we track all of our calls on websites and with the Google ads that we provide clients, and you don't know how many times clients will miss calls. They may get 3 to 4 calls in one day and they missed every single one, right? And so simply picking up the freaking phone is going to help when it comes to closing and converting these leads that are coming through. Also, what our top performing clients do is that they get back to leads within 15 minutes. So let's say you did miss a call, or let's say that somebody submitted a website form. My top performing clients are getting back to those leads within 5 to 15 minutes. Because when it comes to even, from a marketing like Google ads, where people have a quick demand and the behavior on Google ads, that's what it's based off of. Like, look, man, it's like JG Wentworth. I need my money and I want it now, right? So I want pressure washing and I need it now. That's how those clients are going to be, especially when you're getting them from Google ads. And so the thing is, though, is that you want to be able to follow up with these people within 5 to 15 minutes, because you don't know how many times when I talk to these clients that say the leads are weak, to where these leads are going to come in. Let's just say a website form submission comes in at 8 a.m. And I'm like, well, when did you get back to them, man? Well, whenever we got done with their jobs, and it was about 4 p.m. Well, you let all that time go by, right? You let 8 hours go by to where you did not contact this person when they submitted the information. They probably found another company. That's why they're not answering your phone anymore, right? Or they even forgot. We have such short attention spans nowadays, right? Even myself. And so you also want to make sure that you're setting up the proper appointment. And I know this is basic stuff, but getting the name, email, phone number, right, address, and the type of service that they want, and also seeing their availability. That's a big key component too. Just seeing when they're available, seeing the earliest that you could come out and do the job, which leads me to my next point, which is speed wins. And what I mean by that is same day estimates and even following day estimates. That's the only thing that you should be doing. Because like I said, from these clients that say the leads are weak, when we further dissect what's going on in their problem, right? Let's say it's a Monday and they get a lead, and and they're like, well, when can you come out to give me an estimate, sir, for pressure washing? And they say, you know what, it's Monday. I can come out there on Thursday or Friday and give you an estimate. Not do the job, but to give an estimate. At that point, like I said, you'll start to see a little bit of pushback, because depending on where you got these type of customers, like I said, they may want the service immediately, and you're giving them more time to go ahead and find other options. Therefore, like I said, you can have the customers send you pictures. You can have, you can drive out there on the same day and actually go ahead and take a look at the property, but you should always be doing same day and following day estimates, no later than 1 day when it comes to providing estimates to customers. Which brings me to my next point, which is my top performing clients follow up at least 5 times. They follow up at least 5 times when it comes to, these leads that didn't answer or haven't converted yet, right? Whether that be with call, text, or email. And the reason why this is so important is, if you guys have even read Sales Book, it says that in order to build trust and even in order to close some people, sometimes it takes at the very least, 5 to 7 touches for people to even consider, closing, or even consider going with the job with you, right? And so sometimes it takes that much effort when it comes to landing these customers. And my top performing clients, they have systems in place that allow them to do that effortlessly, which brings me to my next point of, my top performing clients track every single lead, whether it's the weak ones, or the ones they converted, or the ones that were strong. And the ones that are strong could be leads that haven't converted yet, but they're good jobs and they're jobs that the customer or they're jobs that the client wants, right? And so they have a CRM in place to where they keep track of all this information. And why that is vital is because what we found, actually, after looking at the history on a year-by-year basis with some of my clients that I've had over 3 or 4 years plus, is that some of these old leads, or not old leads, but some of these weak leads actually end up being customers months or even a year later, right? Because of the follow-up system that my top performing clients have in place when it comes to lead follow-up, right? And so even the weak leads that you have on there, you want to be tracking every single lead. Because for example, if let's say that you acquired that weak lead in May 2021, right? And they don't convert at all. Well, now that you have their information, you can go ahead and retarget that weak lead with Facebook ads, because you can easily go ahead and create a customer list, from your CRM and upload that to Facebook, and you can target Facebook ads to that specific audience in your CRM. Or another thing too, when it comes to email marketing, right? You can go ahead in that following year, whenever you guys are ramping up in February, March timeframe, you can send that person an email or even a text saying, hey, we're doing a special $25 off, whatever it may be, a house wash. And you know what? You have that information at that point. When it comes to marketing, information is key. Information is the gold. That is what you want. When you have the information, that is when you will do good for your business. So that's really the name of the game when it comes to marketing, is acquiring information, so that the more information you have at your disposal, the more you can utilize that, right? And so that's why it's so key to track every single lead, even the weak ones. And my last point is going to be our top performing clients and customers. They provide us constant feedback, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly of every single lead that is coming through, in their business, because that allows us to go ahead and make certain adjustments in their campaigns, whether that be on Facebook, whether that be on Google, whether that be on their website. And they could say, Jonathan, you know what? Our prices are too high for this certain neighborhood when it comes to Google ads. Can we exclude this certain area? That's just a low income area that we don't want to target because, our prices are a little bit too steep for those people, right? Or for those residents. And so that's perfectly fine. We know that they wouldn't convert in those areas, so why spend money on that, right? It allows us those adjustments and allows us those tweaks in the campaigns. Or if a client says, you know what, Jonathan, this particular area is way too far out. There's way too much traffic. It takes me 50 minutes to even get there. We just don't want to go out there. And so, it's contingent upon you as the owner as well, and what you're comfortable with. And we're relying on you sometimes when it comes to closing those leads too. Like I said, because if you don't want to go that far, then at that point you're not going to have as much motivation to even close that lead anyway. So hopefully these 5 things and 5 best practices that my top performing clients implement in their business, hopefully this helped you guys and gives you guys a better outlook, right? And if one of you guys are watching this right now, like I said, I'm not calling out anybody, right? But it's a simple fact that if you follow these 5 best practices, you will have a higher conversion rate when it comes to closing leads. And if you need help with your digital marketing, whether that be web design, SEO, Google Ads, you can go ahead in the description of this video and schedule a free strategy session with myself. And it'll be a quick 30-minute call to where we'll go over your entire digital marketing, presence and see what we can do to help your business to take it to that next level. But other than that though, guys, like I said, hopefully this video provided you value, and I will see you in the next one.